Hello students, welcome to Sri Jain Rank Zone. So basically we are going to discuss about the preparation of carboxylic acid. So in today lecture we are also going to discuss about the carboxylic acid. So first of all we are going to discuss some preparations of carboxylic acid also. Now see, so we are going to discuss about the preparation of carboxylic acid. Preparation of carboxylic acid. Now see, so basically carboxylic acid can also be prepared by the acidic hydrolysis of cyanide. So this carboxylic acid can also be prepared by acidic hydrolysis. This can also be prepared by acidic hydrolysis of cyanide. Acidic hydrolysis of cyanide. Now see the example related to this. If there is a cyanide group RCN and we do hydrolysis in the acidic medium. So hydrolysis in acidic medium, this CN group will convert into carboxylic acid. So this CN group will convert into carboxylic acid and ammonia gas is evolved. For example, if there is a CH3, CH2, C triple bond N like this, and we do acidic hydrolysis, means reaction with water in acidic medium. So how many carbons? This CH3, CH2 group will remain same, and this CN group will oxidize into carboxylic acid. So we obtained the product. We obtained the product which is CH3. We obtained the product which is CH3, CH2, and C double OH, and ammonia gas is evolved. In this reaction. So there are some other methods for the preparation of carboxylic acid also. Now see the next method. The next method is alkaline hydrolysis. Carboxylic acid can also be prepared by alkaline hydrolysis. Alkaline hydrolysis means in basic medium. So carboxylic acid can also be prepared by alkaline hydrolysis of geminal trihalide. Alkaline hydrolysis of geminal trihalide. Now see which compound is geminal trihalide. So geminal trihalide is basically means on the same carbon atom. So if there is a compound like RC, 3 halogen atoms on the same carbon atom, so it is trihalide because on the same carbon atom, therefore it is geminal trihalide. This is geminal trihalide. When the reaction of this geminal trihalide in presence of aqueous KOH, so these halogens will be replaced by the OH minus. So these halogens will be replaced by OH, COH, OH, and OH. Now we know more than 2 OH on the same carbon atom is unstable. So more than 2 or more than 2, in fact, 2 or more than 2 OH groups. 2 or more than 2 OH groups on the same carbon atom is unstable. So water will be removed. To make it stable, water will be removed. So OH and H will be removed. So when water is removed, this will form RC double bond O and OH. So carboxylic acid is obtained. You can also see the example related to this. See the example related to this. Suppose the question is, we have CH3, CH2, C, Cl, Cl and Cl. When we add aqueous KOH, when we add aqueous KOH, K plus OH minus. So these Cl groups will be replaced by OH minus. So when Cl group is replaced by OH minus, this will form CH3, CH2 on this carbon OH, on this carbon OH, on this carbon OH. Because two or more than two OH groups on the same carbon is unstable, so water will be removed. When water is removed, the product form will be CH3, CH2 and COOH. So the product form is CH3, CH2, COOH. So this product is basically obtained. In the same way, some more reactions are used for the preparation of carboxylic acid. So now we are going to discuss some more methods which is related to the preparation of carboxylic acid. So the next reaction I'm going to discuss is preparation of carboxylic acid by using geminal dioic acid. So we are going to discuss about preparation of carboxylic acid by heating of geminal by heating of geminal dioic acid by heating of geminal dioic acid. So by the heating of geminal dioic acid, see what is basically this compound. Geminal dioic acid means two COOH groups, carboxylic groups, are present on the same carbon. So the compound like this RCH, the compound like RCH, and on this carbon there is COH. Also on this carbon there is a COH. When we heat this, so on heating, one of the CO2 gas will be released, either this CO2 or this CO2, any one of them. So when CO2 gas is released, it will form RCH2 and COH. So on heating, CO2 gas will release and this carboxylic acid is obtained. So this is also one of the method for the preparation of carboxylic acid by the heating of, because two OH groups, two carboxylic group on the same carbon, therefore this is geminal. This compound is basically geminal dioic acid. This compound is geminal dioic acid. So we can also prepare carboxylic acid by using periodic acid. So carboxylic acid can also be prepared by using periodic acid. So preparation of carboxylic acid using periodic acid. What is periodic acid? Periodic acid is basically HiO4. Periodic acid is basically HiO4. Now see how we can prepare carboxylic acid. By using periodic acid, which is HiO4. See, for example, if we have compound like C double bond O, and also on this carbon there is C double bond O group, and we add HiO4 to it and also heat. So when there is addition of periodic acid, there is cleavage of this bond, there is cleavage of carbon carbon bond, and on the both side OH group is added. On the both side OH group is added. So after cleavage of carbon carbon bond, the OH functional group is added on both carbon. When OH is added, when OH functional group is added, it will form carboxylic acid, and here also it will form carboxylic acid like this. So this is also one of the method for the preparation of carboxylic acid in this way, like for example like CH3 C double bond O, and again C double bond O and CH3, and we add HiO4 periodic acid and heat. So basically there is a cleavage of carbon carbon bond, there is cleavage of carbon carbon bond, and OH is added on this carbon, also OH is added on this carbon. So after addition of OH on both carbons, after the addition of OH on both carbon, this product will be CH3 C double bond O OH, and also the product will be C double bond O and CH3 and OH. So this product is obtained. These products is obtained. So in this way we can prepare carboxylic acid using periodic acid. There are some methods for the preparation of carboxylic acid. We have already discussed about iodoform test. So by using iodoform test, also we can prepare carboxylic acid. So the next method for the preparation of carboxylic acid is using iodoform test. So by using iodoform test, we can prepare carboxylic acid. Now see, for example, if compound we have like RC double bond O and CH3, this compound we have, and we add I2 in presence of NaOH. So there is a cleavage of bond between the C double bond O and CH3. This part gets converted into haloform CHX3, and the remaining part RCO. This RCO part will convert into carboxylic acid, salt. So the salt of carboxylic acid. Now by providing acidic medium, this H plus will attack on O minus. So the product obtained will be carboxylic acid. So by using iodoform test also we can prepare carboxylic acid. For example, suppose we have compound CH3 C double bond O CH3, and we use I2 in presence of NaOH. So what happens in this case? This part will convert into haloform CHI3. This part will convert into, because X is iodine there, so CHI3, and this part will convert into the salt of carboxylic acid. This part will convert into the salt of carboxylic acid, O minus Na plus. Now by providing acidic medium, this H plus will attack on O minus, and carboxylic acid is obtained. And the carboxylic acid is obtained as a product. Now see, you can also prepare carboxylic acid by using Grignard reagent. So you can also prepare carboxylic acid by using Grignard reagent. So you can also prepare carboxylic acid. You can also prepare carboxylic acid. You can also prepare carboxylic acid by using Grignard reagent. See, so the preparation of carboxylic acid by using Grignard reagent. Preparation of carboxylic acid. Preparation of carboxylic acid by using Grignard reagent. By using Grignard reagent. By using Grignard reagent. Now see how we can prepare carboxylic acid by using Grignard reagent. This is easy concept. Now see, if we have suppose if we have the compound Grignard reagent RMGX. So RMGX is Grignard reagent because the bond polar between carbon and magnesium is more electropositive, therefore positive charge on magnesium and negative charge on carbon. When the reaction of this Grignard reagent with carbon dioxide like this, so this bond is polar, there is positive charge on this carbon. So when this nucleophile adds on this carbon, at the same time this pi bond will break. So this pi bond will break, so it will be like this RCO minus, and there is double bond between carbon and oxygen. So when we provide acidic medium H positive ion, so this H positive ion will adds on oxygen atom, this H plus ion will adds on oxygen atom, and the product form will be RC double bond O and OH. So this product is obtained. So this is basically the carboxylic acid. If you want to do the reaction based on this, then you can do also reaction. Suppose we have CS3, CH2 and MgX and MgBr. I'm taking there the reaction of CH3 CH2 MgBr with carbon dioxide. Now what happens? This carbon magnesium bond is polar, so positive charge on magnesium and the negative charge on carbon. Now this carbon oxygen bond is polar, so partial positive charge on carbon. This nucleophile will adds on this carbon. At the same time this pi bond will break. So when it attacks, it forms CH3, CH2 and C O negative and C double bond O. Now H plus will attack. In the second step, H plus will attack on this oxygen. So after attack of H plus, the product form is CH3, CH2, C double bond O and OH. So propanoic acid is obtained as a product. So in this way, you can prepare carboxylic acid by using Grignard reagent. This is basically the Grignard reagent, and by using Grignard reagent with CO2 gas, you can prepare the carboxylic acid. So wait for a minute, I'm drinking water, then we will continue. So these are basically the preparation of carboxylic acid. You can also prepare carboxylic acid by one more reaction I'm going to discuss. So we can also prepare carboxylic acid by the carboxylation of alkene. So by carboxylation of alkene, we can prepare carboxylation of alkene, we can prepare carboxylic acid. See, for example, if we have alkene like RCH double bond CH2. So this alkene we have, when the reaction of this alkene, when the reaction of this alkene in presence of carbon monoxide and H2O, in presence of carbon monoxide and H2O, so nickel is used as a catalyst in this reaction. Nickel is used as a catalyst in this reaction. So this will convert into R one, because hydrogenation takes place. So this will convert into one H is added to this, and also one, when H is added to this double bond removes, then COOH, then COOH group will added on this CH2. So H is added on this carbon, and COOH carboxylic group is added on CH2. So it will form RCH2 and CH2 and COOH. So by using carbon monoxide, therefore this reaction we call carboxylation, and the reactant is alkene. Therefore we call this reaction as carboxylation of alkene. So by using carboxylation of alkene, we can prepare the Grignard we can prepare the carboxylic acid. Now we are going to discuss about the chemical properties of carboxylic acid. So the next topic is chemical properties of carboxylic acid. See, what are basically the chemical properties of carboxylic acid? So we are going to discuss about chemical properties of carboxylic acid. Chemical properties of carboxylic acid. See, what are basically the chemical properties of carboxylic acid? So first of all, we are going to discuss about the reaction due to acidic hydrogen. The reaction due to acidic hydrogen. We are going to discuss about reaction due to acidic hydrogen. So we are going to discuss about reaction due to acidic hydrogen in carboxylic acid. So when we compare the acidic strength of these three acids, so the acidic strength we know the acidic strength of these three compounds. The acidic strength of formic acid is more. The acidic strength of formic acid is more as compared to benzoic acid. The acidic strength of formic acid is more as compared to benzoic acid, you can say, and benzoic acid, then CH3COH, then CH3COH. So this is basically the acidic strength of these three compounds. This is formic acid, benzoic acid, and ethanoic acid. So we are going to discuss discuss the reaction which is related to these acidic hydrogen. So reaction due to this acidic hydrogen we are going to discuss. So the reaction of, we know when metal reacts with acid, hydrogen gas is liberated. So when metal reacts with acid, hydrogen gas is liberated. In the same way, you can say if the reaction of carboxylic acids RCOH with sodium metal, so what happens? Because this oxygen is more electronegative, having partial negative, and this hydrogen having partial positive. So sodium will replace this H and converts into RCO O minus and Na plus, and this H will be released in the form of hydrogen gas. This H will be released in the form of hydrogen gas. So hydrogen gas is liberated. Now see another reaction related to the acidic hydrogen of carboxylic acid. Suppose we have the carboxylic acid RCO O minus H plus, and we add sodium hydride, So sodium hydride basically means Na positive and H negative. So again this Na positive will replace H positive, and again the hydrogen gas is liberated. So metal as well as metal hydride both will liberate the hydrogen gas. So this will convert into this one. Now hydrogen gas is liberated. So hydrogen gas is liberated there also. So in this way you can see the H2 gas is liberated when the carboxylic acid reacts with metal. So this is basically the reaction with metal, and now this is basically the reaction with metal hydride. So in both cases hydrogen gas is liberated. Now if the reaction of this carboxylic acid so if the reaction of this carboxylic acid RCOH with NaOH. NaOH is basically base. So what happens in this case? You can see this is Na positive, this is OH minus. So H plus will combine with OH minus, and water is released. So the product is RCO O minus and Na plus, and water is evolved, and water is obtained as a product. So this is basically the neutralization reaction, because acid this one and this one is base. So this reaction of carboxylic acid is basically neutralization reaction. Now we can some more reactions related to the carboxylic acid. So I'm now going to discuss some more reactions of carboxylic acid. See. So now we are going to discuss some more reactions, like we have carboxylic acid RCOOH. And if we add CH2N2 and heat, so basically this will produce methylene. Methylene means CH2. So this CH2 which is methylene will insert between oxygen and hydrogen on heating. So on heating, basically this bond is like this: CH2 double bond and double bond, and so this will break, and this CH2 on heating, N2 gas releases. So N2 gas releases, and this CH2 will enter between oxygen and hydrogen. So after reaction, the product obtained is R C double bond O and OCH3 and OCH3. So this product is obtained. In the same, if the reaction of, so you can also see the example related to this. If example is like CH3 C double bond O and OH, and the reaction with CH2N2, and we heat. So N2 gas releases, and this CH2 will enter between oxygen and hydrogen. So the product is CH3 C double bond O and OCH3. So this product is obtained. In the same way, if the reaction of carboxylic acid is, if the reaction of carboxylic acid RCOH, the reaction of carboxylic acid with NaOH. So in the first step we added NaOH, and then in the second step we add Cl C double bond O and CH3, means acid chloride. In the second step, we added acid chloride. So what happens in this case? See, in the first step, acid base reaction will take place. So plus minus, this minus. So water will be removed. Water will be removed. And after removal of water, this will form RC double bond O and O minus and Na plus. Now in the second step, what happens? This Cl of acid halide, this Cl of acid halide will be removed in the form of NaCl, in the second step. So the obtained product is RC double bond O and O and C double bond O CH3. So this product is obtained. In the same way, there is another reaction of carboxylic acid with Grignard reagent. Now see, what is basically the reaction of carboxylic acid with Grignard reagent? So reaction of carboxylic acid with the Grignard reagent. Grignard reagent is basically R dash, if you want to take R dash MgX. Now you see this hydrogen is acidic, so H positive and O negative. The Grignard reagent bond will break between carbon and magnesium, so magnesium having positive charge and carbon having negative charge. So acid base reaction will take place. This H plus will combine with R minus. This H plus combine with R minus. So the product obtained is alkane. So this is basically the reaction of carboxylic acid with Grignard reagent. So basically these are the reactions which is due to acidic hydrogen, in Grignard reagent. Now we are going to discuss the reaction in carboxylic acid due to OH groups. So we are going to discuss about reactions due to OH group. So we are going to discuss about reaction due to OH group. We are going to discuss about reaction due to OH group. Now see, if we have carboxylic acid like this, RC double bond O and OH, this one carboxylic acid, and the reaction of this carboxylic acid with HX, and we heat. So what happens in this case? You can see water will be removed. So this is basically the reaction due to OH group, because whole OH group is removed and the product obtained is RC double bond OX. So this compound obtained is basically acid halide. So acid halide is obtained as a product. You can also see the reaction if you want, like CH3, C double bond O and OH, and the reaction with HCl and heat. So what happens? Water will be removed. So water is removed and the product form is RC double bond OCl, which is acid chloride. So acid chloride is obtained as a product. In the same way, if PCl5 is there, if the reaction of carboxylic acid with PCl5, so again by reaction with PCl5, this OH will be replaced by Cl. So the product obtained will be RC double bond O and Cl. Again the acid chloride is obtained. In the same way, if the reaction of carboxylic acid with SOCl2 in presence of pyridine, then again this OH will be replaced by Cl. So again the obtained product is acid chloride. So you can make acid chloride by using HCl, PCl5, SOCl2 from carboxylic acid. In the same way, some more reactions of carboxylic acid due to OH group. Suppose we have the carboxylic acid. Suppose we have the carboxylic acid RCOOH and the reaction of carboxylic acid with ammonia. You can write ammonia in this way. NH, NH, NH2. In this way, you can write the ammonia because this is NH3. So NH3 means water will be removed. So water will be removed. When water is removed, this will convert into, after removal of water, this will convert into amide. So we obtained amide as a product. So the reaction of carboxylic acid with ammonia, amide is obtained as a product. If you want to see the reaction related to this, then you can see CH3, C double bond O, and this is OH. The reaction with ammonia, HNH2, reaction with ammonia. So water will be removed. H2O will be removed, and the product obtained is CH3. C double bond O and NH2. So amide is obtained as a product. Now see some more reactions related to this. The reaction of this carboxylic acid with alcohol. When the reaction of this carboxylic acid RCOH with alcohol, so you can write alcohol in this form also, R-ONH. So basically this is acid and alcohol. This is alcohol. So when the acid and alcohol reacts, there is formation of ester. So water will be removed, and ester is obtained as a product, and ester is formed as a product. So water is removed and ester is formed as a product, which is RCOOR dash. So ester is obtained as a product in this case. So this is basically the reaction in the carboxylic acid due to OH groups. Now we are going to discuss about the reactions due to carbonyl group in carboxylic acid. So we are going to discuss our next topic, which is reaction due to carbonyl group, reaction due to CO group in carboxylic acid. So reaction due to C double bond O group is only reduction reaction. So the reaction due to this group is only reduction reaction in carboxylic acid. So the reaction is only reduction reaction. The reaction is only reduction reaction. See, for example, if there is a carboxylic acid like RC double bond O and OH, this is carboxylic acid, and the reaction of this carboxylic acid in presence of lithium aluminium hydride in presence of acidic medium. So this carboxylic acid, because this is a strong reducing agent, so this carboxylic acid will reduce into alcohol. Directly. So this is basically the reduction reaction of carboxylic acid. Acid directly reduce into alcohol. Now we will discuss the reactions due to carboxylic COH group. So we are going to discuss now the reactions due to COOH groups. So we are going to discuss about the reactions due to COOH groups. See, so the next topic is reactions due to COOH group whole. See what are the reactions basically. So one of the reaction is carboxylic acid can be reduced by HI red phosphorus. So first reaction is the reduction of carboxylic acid. The reduction of carboxylic acid by using HI in presence of red phosphorus. This pair is basically a very strong reducing agent. So this carboxylic acid will be reduced into alkane. This carboxylic acid will be reduced into alkane. So this will reduce into alkane directly. So this is one of the reaction of carboxylic acid by COH group. Also, you can see the example related to this. The example related to this is basically like this. If we have CH3, and CH3, and this is carboxylic acid, and the reaction of this with HI, the reaction of this with this HI and red phosphorus. So what happens? This compound will convert into alkane. This compound will simply converts into alkane. So you can say the product obtained in this case is basically CH3, CH, CH3 and CH3. So this product is obtained by using HI and red phosphorus, because this is a strong reducing agent. Removal of oxygen and addition of hydrogen. So there is another reaction due to COOH group in carboxylic acid, which is decarboxylation reaction. So now I am going to discuss about decarboxylation reaction in carboxylic acid. Decarboxylation reaction in decarboxylation means D means removal. D means removal, and carboxylation means removal of CO2 gas. So this reaction we call decarboxylation reaction. So what happens in this case? You can see, if there is a carboxylic acid like RC double bond OOS, this is carboxylic acid, and the reaction of carboxylic acid in presence of NaOH, so what happens there? This H plus and this OH minus will remove in the form of water. So this will convert into the sodium salt. Of carboxylic acid. Now this sodium salt of carboxylic acid. Now this sodium salt of carboxylic acid on reaction with sodium hydroxide in presence of calcium oxide. So what happens in this case? This Na2CO3 is removed. This Na2CO3 is removed. So Na2CO3 is removed, and we get alkane as a product. So the question is, why calcium hydroxide is used during decarboxylation reaction? Why this calcium oxide is used? The question is, why calcium oxide is used during decarboxylation reaction? Why calcium oxide is used during decarboxylation reaction of carboxylic acid? During decarboxylation reaction of carboxylic acid. See, because calcium oxide is used as a dehydrating agent, since NaOH is a hygroscopic. In nature, because NaOH is also used. So we can say, since NaOH, sodium hydroxide is hygroscopic in nature. Since NaOH is hygroscopic in nature, so this is basically hygroscopic in nature. What is hygroscopic? Hygroscopic means absorb moisture from air. Hygroscopic means absorb moisture from air. So this NaOH absorbs moisture from air, in nature. So calcium oxide is used as a dehydrating agent. So calcium oxide is used as a dehydrating agent. So calcium oxide is used as a dehydrating agent. What is dehydrating agent? Means the moisture absorbed by NaOH. Means D means removal. So removal of moisture, removal of water basically from NaOH. Therefore we use calcium oxide. And we have discussed in detail about the decarboxylation reaction in hydrocarbon. So you can watch the videos of hydrocarbon also for decarboxylation reaction. Next, we are going to discuss about the decarboxylation of beta keto acids. So we are going to discuss about decarboxylation of beta keto acids. So the decarboxylation of beta keto acids we are going to discuss. See what happens in the decarboxylation of beta keto acid. Always the rate of decarboxylation of beta keto acid is high. D means removal and carboxylation means removal of CO2. So the rate of decarboxylation, the rate of decarboxylation of beta keto acid, the rate of decarboxylation of beta keto acid is always greater. The rate of decarboxylation of beta keto acid is always greater than any other acid, is always greater than other acids. Now see the beta keto acid example. Suppose we have compound like this, RC double bond O, CH2 and COOH, this carboxylic acid. So you can see this is carboxylic acid, this is alpha carbon, this is beta carbon. So at beta carbon there is a keto group. At the beta carbon there is a keto group. At the beta carbon there is a keto group. So therefore we call this compound as beta keto acid. Therefore we called this compound as beta keto acid. When we simply heat beta keto acid, the reaction is so much fast. So removal of CO2 is very fast in beta keto acids. The product obtained is after removal of CO2, the product obtained is RC double bond of CH3. You can also see the examples of beta keto acids like this one. The compound given is this one, C double bond OCOH. You can see this is carboxylic alpha carbon, this is beta carbon. On beta carbon there is keto group. So this is beta keto acid. This is basically beta keto acid. So when we heat simply, on heating simply, the CO2 gas will release, and when CO2 gas releases, this product is obtained. After removal of CO2, this product is obtained. In the same way, see another question related to heating of beta keto acid. If compound is given like this is COOH, again COOH, and they are also COOH, and they are also COH. You can see this is alpha carbon and this is beta. This is also alpha, so this is beta. So this is basically beta keto acid. So on heating, all CO2 gas will be removed. On heating, all CO2 gas will be removed because this is beta keto acid. So 4 CO2 gas moles will be released, and the final product obtained will be this one. So this is basically the heating of beta keto acid. So on heating beta keto acid, CO2 gas removes very fast. So there is one more reaction related to the carboxylic acid, which is Kolbe electrolysis. See, one more reaction related to the carboxylic acid, that is Kolbe electrolysis. See, so another reaction is Kolbe electrolysis. Kolbe electrolysis. So what happens in basically Kolbe electrolysis? In Kolbe electrolysis, basically the electrolysis of sodium salt, the electrolysis of sodium or potassium salt, you can say, the electrolysis of sodium or potassium salt, the electrolysis of sodium or potassium salt of carboxylic acid, we done in the Kolbe electrolysis. See what happens. So the salt of carboxylic acid is like this, RCOONA. When we do electrolysis, what happens? We have already discussed the mechanism of this reaction in the hydrocarbon. So watch the mechanism from hydrocarbon chapter. So when we do electrolysis, this bond will cleave homolytically. So cleavage of bond homolytically are free radical, and there again on this carbon there is a free radical. Again oxygen, there also free radical. So this will convert into CO2 gas, because when these two electron combine, this will form CO2 gas, and this R combines with another R free radical. So one of the product obtained is RR, which is alkane, and CO2 gas is also obtained. Other two products are basically, in this case, other two products are NaOH and hydrogen. NaOH and hydrogen. So basically what happens? Electrolysis always occurs at two terminals, anode and cathode. So these two products, CO2 gas and alkane, these two products are obtained at anode terminal, while these two products, hydrogen and NaOH, this is obtained at cathode terminal. This is obtained at cathode terminal. If you want to see the example related to Kolbe electrolysis, you can see the example of Kolbe electrolysis. If question is like this, CH3, CH2, C double bond O, and O and Na, and we do electrolysis. Simply. So what happens? This is R. So R will combine with R, free radical. So this will combine with another free radical. So the product obtained is CH3, CH2, CH2, CH3. So this product is obtained, and this CO2 gas will be released. So these two products are basically obtained. These two products are obtained at the anode terminal. While the NaOH and hydrogen gas, these two products are obtained at cathode. Terminal. So this is basically the Kolbe electrolysis reaction. Now we are going to discuss about some more reactions related to the carboxylic acid. So the next reaction is Huns-Duyker-Borodine reaction. So the next reaction related to carboxylic acid is Huns-Duyker-Borodine reaction. See, what is basically Huns-Duyker-Borodine reaction? The next reaction related to carboxylic acid is Huns-Duyker-Borodine reaction. This reaction also we have discussed in haloalkane haloarine chapter. For the preparation of alkyl halide. See what happens. So when silver salt of carboxylic acid, so this reaction is basically silver salt of carboxylic acid reacts with bromine in presence of CCl4. Silver salt of carboxylic acid reacts with bromine in presence of CCl4. Now see what happens. If silver salt of carboxylic acid like this, RCOOAG, this is silver salt of carboxylic acid. the reaction of this silver salt of carboxylic acid in presence of Br2, in presence of Br2 and CCl4. What happens? See, again this bond will break homolytically. This bond will break homolytically, one electron on this carbon, one electron on this carbon. So CH3 free radical, and this bond will also break homolytically, one electron on oxygen, one electron on Ag. So this is Ag. Again, Br bond will also break homolytically, one electron on Br, one electron on Br, like this. Br free radical, Br free radical. So Ag combines with Br, so AgBr is formed. AgBr is formed, and also CO2 gas is also released. CO2 gas also releases, and this CH3 will also combine with another free radical, which is Br. So CH3Br is obtained as a product. CH3Br is also obtained as a product in Borodine-Hansliker reaction. So this is basically again the use of carboxylic acid salt for the preparation of alkyl halide. For the preparation of alkyl halide we use. Now we are going to discuss another reaction of carboxylic acid, which is HVZ reaction. So the another reaction of carboxylic acid we are going to discuss. The another reaction related to the carboxylic acid is HVZ. HVZ reaction. What is HVZ? HVZ means Hell Vollard Jelinski reaction, which is HVZ reaction, basically HVZ reaction. So what happens in this case? You can see, if there is a carboxylic acid like this, if there is a carboxylic acid like this RCH2, why only this type of carboxylic acid? Because this carboxylic acid is alpha hydrogen containing. This carboxylic acid is alpha hydrogen containing acid. Alpha hydrogen containing carboxylic acid. So this is basically alpha hydrogen containing carboxylic acid. When the reaction of this alpha hydrogen containing carboxylic acid in presence of halogen X2, and red phosphorus. So what happens in this case? This X2 can be Cl2, or this X2 can be Br2. So one of the hydrogen will be replaced by halogen. So we can say the product obtained will be like this: RCHX, and this is basically COOH. So you can say this is alpha, because this is alpha carbon, and on alpha carbon there is halogen. So this is alpha halogenated, because halogen is introduced at alpha position. So this is alpha halogenated acid is formed. Alpha halogenated acid is formed as a product. For example, you can see the reaction. This is CH3COOH. Now see, this is alpha carbon on alpha carbon hydrogen. So this is alpha hydrogen containing carboxylic acid. When the reaction of this alpha hydrogen containing carboxylic acid with Cl2 in presence of red phosphorus, so this hydrogen will be substituted by chlorine. So this product is obtained by this reaction. In the same way, if we have compound like CH3, CH2 and COH, and the reaction of this compound in presence of Br2 and red phosphorus, again this is alpha carbon containing alpha hydrogen. So hydrogen will be replaced by bromine. So this product is obtained. So this reaction is basically Hell-Vollard-Jelinski reaction, HVZ reaction. Now again, we are going to discuss the oxidation reaction related to carboxylic acid. We are going to discuss about oxidation reaction in carboxylic acid. See, oxidation in the carboxylic acid. So now note this point regarding carboxylic acid. Oxidation of carboxylic acid is not possible. Oxidation of carboxylic acid. Oxidation of carboxylic acid is not possible. Oxidation of carboxylic acid is not possible except formic acid. Except formic acid. So only formic acid will oxidize. Other carboxylic acid will not oxidize. Why formic acid gets oxidized? See, formic acid contains HC double bond OH. So this formic acid basically contains this CHO. This CHO part is basically aldehyde. So this formic acid contains aldehydic part, and also this COOH part is carboxylic acid part. This is carboxylic acid part. So when we oxidize this formic acid, this is basically formic acid. When we oxidize formic acid, so the oxidation of formic acid in presence of KMnO4, in acidic medium. Also you can use K2Cr2O7. So both are basically strong oxidizing agents. So this H will also oxidize into OH. This H will also oxidize into OH. So this will be HO, C double bond O and OH. So basically this is unstable because two OH groups on the same carbon atom is unstable. So water will be removed. Whenever there is two OH groups, then water is removed. So the product obtained is water plus CO2 gas. So only formic acid will oxidize. The only and only oxidation of formic acid is possible. Other carboxylic acid will be not oxidized. And also make a note. Formic acid gives positive tolerance test and failing tests because aldehyde group is present. Therefore we can say only formic acid will give positive tolerance reagent test. Only formic acid will give positive tolerance reagent test and failing solution test. Because CHO group, because CHO means aldehyde group, is present in it. Because CHO group is present in it. So only formic acid will give positive tolerance reagent tests and failing tests because CHO group is present in it. So this is all about the carboxylic acid, aldehyde and ketone. Now only topic we have left is benzoic acid. So we are going to discuss about the preparation of benzoic acid also. See, so the next topic is benzoic acid. Benzoic acid. So the molecular formula of benzoic acid is C6H5. The molecular formula of benzoic acid is C6H5COH. See, if the reaction of this compound is basically benzene, and on this benzene there is a group. When the oxidation of this compound with K2Cr2O7 in acidic medium, or you can say the oxidation of this compound with KMnO4 in acidic medium. So this will convert into carboxylic acid. This will convert into carboxylic acid. So this group should be C. Basically this group should be G. This group G should be alpha hydrogen containing group. Alpha hydrogen. This G is basically alpha hydrogen. This G is basically alpha hydrogen containing. This G is basically alpha hydrogen containing group. So this G is basically alpha hydrogen containing group. Now see, this G can be CH3 alpha hydrogen containing group. This group can be CH2 CH3. Yes. This group can be CH double bond CH2. Yes. This group can be CH2Cl. Yes. This group can be CHClCl. Yes. This group can be CHO. Yes. This group can be CHO. And this group can be CH2OH. This group can be CH2OH. So all of them will oxidize into COH. These all will oxidize into COH. For example, you can see also. Suppose we have compound like CH3 and we add K2Cr2O7 in presence of acidic medium, or you added KMnO4 in presence of acidic medium. So what happens? Because this G is this one, either this one, all have hydrogen. See, this is hydrogen is present, there also hydrogen present, there also hydrogen, there also hydrogen, there also hydrogen, there also hydrogen, and there also hydrogen. So these all will oxidize into carboxylic acid. So simply you oxidize the group into CH. You oxidize this group into G, this group G into carboxylic acid. So benzoic acid is obtained. This benzoic acid is obtained as a product. Some more methods for the preparation of benzoic acid you can see. For example, suppose we have, see the question related to this. Suppose we have CH2, CH3 on this carbon, and we added KMnO4, we added KMnO4 in acidic medium. We added KMnO4 in the acidic medium. So this is basically the alpha hydrogen containing group. So this will oxidize into carboxylic acid. This will oxidizes into basically benzoic acid, you can say. In the same way, some more methods for the preparation of benzoic acid you can see. Now I am going to discuss the preparation of benzoic acid using Grignard reagent. So how we can prepare the benzoic acid? Using Grignard reagent. See. So if we have MgBr, this benzene containing, if we have the compound like this, you can see this compound basically. These all are single bond basically. This is benzene, and the benzene having MgBr. The reaction of this benzene with CO2, this Grignard reagent react with carbon dioxide in presence of acidic medium. So what happens? See, because this bond is polar, magnesium will get positive and carbon will get negative. So now you can see this, because this carbon is electrophilic, so this nucleophile will attack on this carbon. When this nucleophile attacks on this carbon, so at the same time this pi bond will break. So pi bond break, there is a negative charge on oxygen, and on this carbon benzene gets attached, and there is C double bond O. Because acidic medium is there, so H plus attacks there. After the attack of H plus, this will convert into benzoic acid. This will convert into benzoic acid. Some more reaction related to the preparation of benzoic acid you can see. For example, if we have compound like CCl3. So first of all, there is CS3, the reaction of CS3 in presence of 3Cl2 and sunlight. The reaction of toluene, basically the reaction of toluene in presence of 3Cl2. So these three hydrogen atoms will be replaced by chlorine, CCl3. Again, with the reaction of this CCl3, when the reaction with aqueous KOH, so this is K plus and OH minus. So this OH minus will replace all Cl. This OH minus will replace all Cl. So this is COH, this is also COH, and this is also COH. Because we know two or more H caps. So basically we know two or more OH groups on the same carbon atom is unstable. So two or more OH groups on same carbon atom, is unstable. So when it is unstable, water will be removed. So water is removed. When water is removed, then again it will form benzoic acid. So after removal of water, benzoic acid is obtained as a product. So benzoic acid is obtained as a product. Now see, another reaction used for the preparation of benzoic acid. So you can also prepare benzoic acid by using benzonitrile. So if we have benzonitrile means benzene having CN group. So this compound we call benzonitrile. So basically the reaction of benzonitrile, and the reaction of benzonitrile means acidic hydrolysis. So reaction in presence of H2O and acidic medium. This is basically acidic hydrolysis. So acidic hydrolysis of benzonitrile will also, this CN group also oxidizes into benzoic acid. So in this way also we can prepare benzoic acid. So these are basically the preparation of benzoic acid. In this way you can prepare benzoic acids. So these are basically the preparation of benzoic acids. You can also practice some more questions related to preparation of benzoic acid like this. If we have benzene and we have CH2OH, so this is basically alpha hydrogen containing group. So when alpha hydrogen containing group and we add KMnO4 in acidic medium, or you add K2Cr2O7 in acidic medium, so this will oxidizes into benzoic acid. In the same way, some more questions are related to this. If we have compound like CH double bond CH2 and we added KMnO4 in acidic medium, or you added K2Cr2O7 in acidic medium, so this whole group will oxidize into the benzoic acid. So these are basically all about the chapter aldehyde, ketone and carboxylic acid. In the next lecture we will discuss about our new chapter, which is the amines.